Okay, y'all know that half of the setup for a stream is like getting the audio right and making sure that like the microphone and everything is working. Clearly I see it's working, but I have to, you know, rely on y'all to tell me if something needs to be changed. So please let me know if something is awry or if something's going crazy. Otherwise, I'm gonna be doing my craft and doing what I need to do over here at my machine, which, where did that camera go? Oh, did I have it covered up? Oh, yeah, again. It's always something technical. It's always something technical, but you know, we figure it out, we get it fixed, and we move on. So this is Sunday night. The date is July the 19th, 2026. I was not going to stream, but my lovely husband was like, hey, you gonna stream anything today? And I was like, I don't really have a good reason as to not stream today. And of course I have a project that I can do, and that's what I'm going to get all of my materials down and do that. But I also have to start out the stream by saying hello to everyone. Welcome. Depending on where you're watching, if you're watching on Twitch, I am Festina over there. I haven't changed my name over there. I have a whole thing. But if you're watching on YouTube, this is Secondhand Stitches, and I'm going to be working on a sewing project, which is a long-term project that I started recently. I got all of my pieces cut out, and now it's time to just sew them all together. So, of course, like the second before I turned on my camera, my microphone has this little clip. Yeah, I ended up repurposing it. It has this little clip that you're supposed to be able to, you know, use to put it on your shirt. Well, it broke. It broke. The little prong thing came off. Here, I'll show y'all. Yeah, here you can see it next to my shirt. That's not supposed to look like that. But, you know what we do? We repurpose it into a different way. So I just set it in here like this. Set it like that, and, you know, we call it a day. No harm, no foul. Anywho, here giving views. Well, thank you. I appreciate you giving me views on the YouTube. That's nice. Thank you. How are you this evening? How are you on this Sunday evening? And I always appreciate the views. I appreciate all the support. Y'all know this though. But yes, thank you very, very much. The one thing I don't have is I don't have my iPad that I had set up to hang in front of me. I was like, you know, I could do one of these things to where I like make that hinder me from doing it and come up with an excuse. Well, I didn't. I said, forget it. I'll just use my phone. I plugged in my phone. It's good enough. Anyway, hey Elizabeth from Canada. Hello. Welcome to the party. Not hot because my AC works. Oh boy, that is a low blow, but it is true. I do have a fan right here. I have a fan blowing on me, so that is going to help me out. But what's up, Elizabeth from Canada? How are you this evening, or whatever time that it is where you're at? Where I'm at, it's almost 6 o'clock. I'm in Central Time, so that's what I got going on. But welcome to the party. And Spazzy, that is a low blow, but yeah, I definitely can't deny that you are correct on that. So, but oh, let's see what we got over here. Showing feet. Oh, okay. Goodness, who is this? What's up, Tessa? What's up, Tessa B? How you doing? Welcome to whatever this is. Again, I did not tell anybody I was going to stream. I just decided to go live and see what the hell happens. So here I am. How are you today? How are you on this Sunday? We got Spazzy is already putting in the jabs about the AC unit and how we thought everything was all good. For those of you that don't know the saga that's been going on, our air conditioning unit, our HVAC big unit, has been on the fritz. This is going on almost 2 weeks now. It's not fun. It's not fun. It's supposed to be really freaking hot this coming week, but we've got some alternatives. We got fans, you know, we got some other alternatives. So, you know, it's not as bad as it was, but it's still not optimal. So, yeah, it's been a little warm. You know, normally the house would be sitting at, you know, like a good 73 degrees at least. You know, we used to keep it cooler, but you know how bodies change over time. But yeah, no, we've been running at the house has been at about 81 degrees for a good couple weeks. So, you know, that's that's a thing. It was good till Stank's feet showed up. Yeah. How about we not have the feet? She was showing a sewing foot. Oh. No, I was showing I was actually showing the clip on my microphone that broke. I don't have a sewing foot. A showing foot? Sewing foot. I don't know. I haven't even been streaming that long and my mouth does not know how to talk. So anyway, I don't like my feet either. Yeah, I'm not a huge fan of feet. Can't say that I can't say that I like feet myself, but anyway. Yeah, no, I really honestly did not think that anybody was gonna yeah, no, we're not feet people. I'm not on any of those sites trying to look for any of that stuff. But hey, if that's your jam, if that's your cup of tea, then so be it. But it's not mine for sure. But yeah, no, I didn't think that anybody would show up, honestly. You know, you're supposed to do the thing where you tell people like, oh, I'm streaming at this time and you could come see me. Yeah, well, you know, sometimes I just turn on the camera and just talk to y'all. So what are we doing today? What are we doing? All right, so I told y'all I've got a long-term kind of thing that I started. And of course, because it's me, it's a skirt. And I think it's kind of funny that I like to make skirts even though I don't wear them that much. But it's mainly because, like, if I was able to wear them at work, then I'd probably wear them. But because of the industry and the type of work I do, I can't be cute. I can't be cute. I have to look like, you know, a 58-year-old man when I'm at work. So it's okay. But even though I can't be pretty at work, I can still, you know, try to do cutesy things when I'm not there. And I can help other people be cutesy as well. So, no, you're fine. I know what you're talking about. I know what you're talking about. It's all good. It's no problem. Hey, cat, are you gonna knock over my tripod or try to rub on it? I'm sure you probably will. Yeah, Scraps is down here. She decided that she heard me talking, and that means hello. Hello. Hey, Scraps, what are you doing? What are you doing? I'm not going to pick you up right now because I don't want to have to go wash my hands, but maybe later. No, it's all good. But yeah, as far as what we're going to do, we're going to work on this skirt. Like I said earlier, I've got my pattern pieces cut out. I've already done 2 of the panels. Let me see if I can pick them up without, ma'am, can we? Okay, ma'am, all right. Here, can we go here? Thank you. Okay, so this is, make sure my chair. So this is one panel of the skirt. This is tier 1, 2, 3, and 4. This is just one section. This is a self-drafted pattern that I drew in Illustrator, and I've tweaked it a couple times. And this is going to be the first time that I've done it this way. So we'll see what happens. It is possible, I'm not going to say probably, but it's probable and possible that I will hate how this turns out. We'll see. I don't think I will because I'm actually doing a lot of like ruffles and embellishments and things like that on this version. So I'm hoping that it will be better than my brain is thinking it's going to be. But I'm going to work on making the panels for this. Like I said, I've got some embellishments. I've got some little flowers that I made. So little like scrappy looking flowers. I'll show y'all all that when I get over there. But yeah, that's what I'm going to be doing. For the skirt that I made, it is a full circle skirt, as I love to make. So which means that with this, the way I drew it is I have 19 panels like this. Right now I have 2. I have this one, and again, getting up and not stepping on anything. Hold on. Okay, and then the second one that I have done is this one. You can see I added a little ruffle right here, and then these are pieces. This one's like a pastel kind of, I don't know, I seem to have accumulated a lot of pink and like light pastel-y colors like this. So I'm actually working through most of those, trying to not necessarily get rid of them, but, you know, work through them so that I can get other things. So, yeah. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to work on some ruffles first, and then we're going to work on some lacy things. I really just want this to be kind of frilly, probably more girly, more, I won't say girly, I'll say more feminine. That's the right way to put it. More feminine. You know, more girly pop, I guess. I feel like that's probably a term that the kids say. Yes, the kids. More girly pop than what I usually do, but it's okay. So yeah, we're gonna work on some ruffles. We're gonna work on piecing some things together, putting some combinations, and yeah, I've got my serger set up here. My sewing machine is over there. You can see it right there. And yeah, that's what we're gonna be doing until I get to the point where I might want to work on something else. I can't just have one project going. That's not how it goes over here, because I'll get on Pinterest late at night and I'll get inspired to try something and I'll have to go with that. Now, another thing, hello, Roxy from Florida. Welcome in, Roxy from Florida. I appreciate you stopping by and saying hello. Just telling chat about the project that I'm going to be getting to in just a moment. So welcome to the party. Glad to have you here. See, oh, it's so cool coming by, stopping by, saying hello. Yay. And I'm really, really excited. I'm really, really glad that I was able to integrate both of my chats from Twitch and from YouTube. Like that, I don't know. I should have remembered that they make things way easier now with streaming versus when I started streaming, which was like 6-7 years ago. Everything just seems so freaking complicated. But now you got this add-on where I can multi-stream, and yeah, so anyway. So let's put this down. Let's get over to the machine over there and we will start doing some sewing. All right. Let's see. I don't have any kind of like fancy transition, like, oh, let me switch over my camera. I mean, I can set that up, but again, no. We do everything manually over here, pretty much. All right, so let's just put this over here. And, you know, sorry, not sorry about all of my sewing things over there in the corner because this is a crafting area. Okay. So let's go ahead and get things set up over here. Okay, why are there all these shirts on the back of my chair? Because these are like projects that I was gonna like tinker with that I haven't gotten to yet. So just ignore what's on the back of the chair. This is what we got right now. We got my pattern pieces, all of this, and all of this, all sectioned out. Can y'all see? Okay. Now what? Okay. Can I like minimize this? Or maybe if I turn it like this. Like this? Yeah, there we go. Okay. Okay, y'all can see. All right, so this is what we got for our pattern pieces. We've got our bottom tier. This is our third tier. Second tier and first tier. All of our lovely pattern pieces. Now, the goal is we don't want two fabrics touching. Now, if it happens like that, it's not a big deal. But the goal is to not have any. I think I have enough variety to where that shouldn't happen, even if I don't plan it. Every time I do a patchwork piece, I don't plan it. I just roll with it. So we're just gonna roll with it. But again, we're gonna do some ruffles and we're gonna do some stuff on the serger first. So let's go ahead and do that. I'm gonna stack these up just like this. And for now, we're just gonna sit them over here. See? See? Streamer gear. We got tripods everywhere. Tripods everywhere. Tripods everywhere. Okay. All right, so I have, just move this chair out of the way. Okay, I've got this piece of, was like a sheet. I think this was like a sheet or something. I've got this long piece. What I was gonna do earlier was I was gonna cut it to where I'm gonna like rip it into like 3 pieces, and I think that this is gonna make a very good sized ruffle. Now, for me to tear it, I can't exactly tear through this. That's a seam right there. So we're gonna cut that open. Sometimes you gotta modify. Especially when you're working with secondhand this and secondhand that. And I had also thought about, whenever I get done with this, I thought about dyeing it. Now, I bought some dye online recently. And I've never really dyed a whole bunch of stuff. I've done a little bit of it, but it's been a long time. It's back in my cosplay days. So yeah, I thought about doing some dyeing. I got 5 colors. Yeah, I got 5 colors. I don't even know where I put it. I hid it from myself. Yeah, so I thought about possibly taking all of these pieces that I'm doing, and I'm not 100% on if I'm going to dye it, but taking all of this and like dyeing it as like a little shade, maybe like, I don't know, I might tea dye it, because the tea dyeing method, I don't know if y'all are familiar with that, but when you do tea dyeing, what you do is you take tea, you know, like black tea, and it gives your items like that vintage kind of look, but like not that it's like gonna smell old or anything, but it just knocks the color down a little bit. It's something I've seen people do it online many times. Again, that's another thing I've never tried, but I might do it with this. Depends on what it looks like whenever I get done. So, but yeah, I'll bring y'all along for the ride. We'll get as far as we can today. Then, you know, I'll stream sometime next week and we'll work on it some more, and we'll just, you know, eat it bite by bite until it's done, you know. You know how they do the thing where you eat it? Yeah, we're going to do that until it's done. All right, here's that piece of this sheet. I folded it into thirds, and now I'm going to cut it. And we're going to rip it. That's another thing too. I was never really into ripping fabric until recently. People have been doing it for eons, obviously. And I don't know why I've never done it, but I tea dye things all the time on accident, spilling. Okay, well, you know, you would be spilling it on yourself accidentally. But yeah, ripping fabric is such an easy way. As long as you go with the grain, you know, you got to go with the grain of the fabric. But yeah, ripping it is so much easier than trying to cut it, rotary cutter it, and all of that. So it's taken me a few years, but I'm getting keen on some stuff. Okay, just bear with me here. All right. Okay, I'm gonna sit my phone there for now. I believe that should be pretty good. Yeah, we'll just turn that around. Okay. All right, so here are some pieces. We got some little strings, of course, from yanking it around, but that's okay. What I'm going to end up doing with these pieces is I'm going to take one end of it and I am going to serge one end, and then on the other part, whenever I attach a piece together, I'm going to make a ruffle. And ruffling is not my favorite thing to do. Ruffling, gathering, however you want to call it. It's not my favorite thing to do. I don't have like one of those ruffler foots, but I did recently find out that I can ruffle on my serger, but you have to do it a certain way. Like you can't just ruffle a piece of fabric by itself. Like it's got to be attaching to something. It's a little bit finicky. I have not mastered that art yet, but the more I do it, the more I'll get better, right? So right now we're just gonna get some of these, and I'm gonna take my other longer piece and I'm gonna do the same thing that I did with that. Okay, we're just gonna do just first let me just throw my utensils around. Yeah, I cannot believe that I have not done this before now. It's crazy. Crazy. Anyway. You live and you learn and you figure things out. Okay. All right, so now we've got 3 long ones and 3 short ones. And we'll put those to the side for now, and I'm gonna get some of the other like smaller pieces that I'm going to make ruffles with, if I can remember where I put them. Oh, I put them in a shoebox because I didn't want them to get all over the place. Ah, yes. The shoebox full of fabric. See, all of this stuff is related. Well, most of it is related to this project. These are pretty much the scraps that I had left. But it definitely has some pieces that I want to use for like appliques and things like that. Okay, that's actually okay. All right. For now, that is going on the ground. Okay. These are some of the little flowers that I was telling y'all about. So these were just pieces of fabric, and I cut them into like a little petal shape, and I did some free motion quilting in the center to kind of combine it. Now these were just some appliques I was going to put on certain parts of the skirt, and I wanted them to be kind of a raw edge, not like, I'm going to attach them with this outer piece with like a zigzag stitch, but these on the middle are going to be kind of like a raw edge, and that's going to be on purpose. But I think I'm going to make a bunch more of these. Well, maybe not a bunch. I'll make a few more because it's fun to just be able to layer them up and just do whatever. My free motion quilting's not the greatest on it though. I mean, you can kind of see where my stitches are coming apart, but luckily this is going to be either heat and bonded onto the skirt or just, you know, zigzag. But this is a piece of a shirt. I had this shirt like so long ago, and I upcycled it into a different shirt. I'll actually show y'all. I'll show y'all. This is one of the very, very first things that I upcycled. I'm gonna make this big so I can show you. Okay, so this is like one of the very first things that I made apparel wise. So it was a shirt. And if I could kind of see that. I got this fabric from Joann's, RIP Joann's. We're all very sad about that. So got that, and then I was given, or I might have gotten both of these from Joann's. I can't remember. But I was like, oh, I'm just gonna make a patchwork thing. And then there was this shirt that I had that I got tired of. So I was like, oh, I'm gonna make this like patchworky thing. And then I like wore it once and I hated it. And when I look back at like my my sewing on it, it's just terrible. I did not know how to I didn't know how to handle knit fabric. So like I look back at the construction and I'm like, man, like, I don't know if you can see that. Yeah, it was bad. It was bad. Dang, you won't be home tomorrow. I still need to make my way over and get a patch. Oh, oh yeah, you told me about that like so long ago, Spazzy. Like, I completely forgot about you wanting a patch. Yeah, no, we'll have to figure that out at some point. We'll have to figure it out. But yeah, so I made this shirt and I hated it, and I was like, oh, I'm gonna upcycle it into something else. Well, earlier today I needed a bandana, and I had given all of my bandanas to Stank Flap. For those of you on YouTube, if you see somebody in the chat named Stank Flap, that is my husband. I gave all my bandanas to him because he uses them for another reason, not anything weird, I promise. But that left me with none. So I was like, I really needed one because we were getting some work done around the house. So I just cut off the front of this shirt and used it as a bandana today. And it was very effective. But yeah. So in the midst of me cutting off the like one side of this shirt as a bandana, I cut off the edges, and now I have frilly bits that I can use for this skirt. I know that's the story that nobody asked for, but I gave it to you anyway. Eventually, yes, eventually you will. All right. Let's make that small, and let's go back to the sewing table. Okay. Yep, there we go. Yeah, so these were the ends of some shirts. These are all just some little scraps that were from the construction of the skirt. This long piece here is going to turn into a ruffle. I have to decide on what length or like what width that I want. I think I will. Yeah, I'll probably rip that one in half too. And a lot of these other pieces are going to turn into some more of these little scrappy flowers. So, taking the boys ninja camp over in your neck of the woods. Next, I'll be done by 12. So yes, I will be at. I will be occupied. So. Oh, this is a piece that I already cut. Okay, yeah. All right, let's put that in the pile to make our ruffles. Yeah, we'll make ruffles out of that. And let's see. Oh, these were scraps that I got from somebody off a marketplace. Yeah. So these are on the bias, so they're super stretchy. Yeah. I would probably use these as a ruffle, like not doing a serged edge. I'll probably just fold that up and kind of gather it in some of the seams. So I'm going to put that in that pile. I'm going to put these. This is my pile of I need to do some ruffling or some, you know, doing the edges or something like that. Now I've also got this lace. And this lace was like a tablecloth. It had this really like pretty edge on it. Can y'all see that? See the edge on there? Yeah, so that's also going to be roughly. Then there were some of the pieces before I joined them, I thought about just doing like a lace overlay on it. I don't know if that's going to turn out how I think it is, but I'm going to at least try it one time and kind of see. And then I do have some actual lace left over from a project. So that'll be fun to add to some pieces as well. Okay. Well, let's do this. Oh, here we go. Here is the start of some of those scrappy flowers. We'll see how that goes. And some little pieces of lace that I can take and put like across a piece or something. I really want this skirt to be kind of like a art deco kind of piece, just something to where I just add things onto it and just kind of go crazy with it. At least that's what I'm imagining, and that's what I'm hoping it turns out to be, because it's not really something I'm going to try to sell. This is going to be one that's going to be for me. For me. To wear when I go out of the house, you know, that one time a month that I do. Let's see. That can be a small ruffle. Or it could be a wide one. We'll make the decision when the piece tells me. Oh, there's a sizable piece. We'll put that to the side, save that for something else. Okay. Okay. What else do I have? Do I have this? This is a little bit short to be a ruffle, per se. I could just do this kind of like an applique patch or something. And that's what I've got this stack right here. These pieces, like they're not long enough to be a ruffle, but I still want to utilize them in some way. So that's what this stack is over here. That one can be a ruffle. That one, this one's already got a finished edge on it. So I really don't need to do anything extra with it except for cut this tag off. Let's just say 50% cotton, 50% polyester. Well, oh well. It's gonna get used. It's gonna get used because I done already cut out all the pieces. So, okay. All right. So what we will do, did I use any of that? I don't know if I used any of that in my pieces. We'll see. All right, first off, what we'll do is we're gonna hem some of our ruffles. So we're just gonna make a whole bunch of long lines with the serger. All right, let me get my cord management here. All right, let's get that into frame. Like that. Yeah, there you go. Okay. Oh, I know what I can do so I can have my phone visible. Let me get my little stand. Yeah. Oh, yeah, there we go. Oh, yeah. Let's move this up just a tad. Okay. Oh, yeah. Now we're set up. We're ready to rock. Now I can see both chats. I can see myself. I can see what's going on. Okay. And then what we'll do, we're gonna see how loud my serger is gonna be on screen. Because what I may end up doing is, since I'm gonna be doing like a long row, I don't want y'all's ears to like get jacked up. We'll see what the levels look like. Ooh. Let me get this. Okay. All right. Let's look on OBS and see what these levels look like. Oh, that's nothing. That's nothing. Good. Let's see. Yeah, we got plenty of battery life. Oh, yeah. We're good. All right, well, I'm going to work on some ruffles. Y'all enjoy the music and watching me do whatever it is that I'm doing here in the camera. So I'm going to try to do all of this. Yeah. Okay. You know, I kind of think that I want this one to be small. Kind of like that versus big. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to serge these two edges together instead of one and one. Yeah. Okay, and then I'll do one. Well, this one's, well, I mean, okay, you see that fold in there? That one's already gonna be, because it already wants to be like this. So, yeah, I guess I should have looked at that first, but it's okay. Let's get the miscellaneous strings off. And we'll go to town on this one. Okay. Let's see. Oh, I've got another one that's just like that. Oh, the long side of it. Okay. Okay, I was thinking that there's probably another piece somewhere. All right. Okay, that is the one thing that I've noticed with ripping. Ripping fabrics is that I get these strings, but it's not a big deal. Okay, so this one, Okay, this one's not perfectly like that other one, but we're gonna make it work. Okay. Told y'all that was gonna be a long one. That's what she said. Oh. All right. All right, so we got this one and this one and this one that are halves. Okay, I think that that's pretty good. As you can see, there is, oh, maybe not. Maybe if I put it in the camera, there we go. Yeah, so you can see nice serge seam right there on the edge, which is nice. Very nice. And on this one that is raw, what this will be, this will be the one on the edge, kind of like that first piece that I showed y'all. This will be on the edge, and this will be the one that's inside of the seam. So it'll go kind of like this, and it'll be gathered up like that. So it'll look just like this. No, it won't. No, it won't. Okay, let's do one of these green ones, and let's have it be a small. So let's fold it in half, kind of like this. I don't want a super long piece though, I just want, this will be good enough. What we'll do, like I said, we'll just fold it in half, and we'll do the exact same thing that we did with the other one. And then we're gonna get to a point where it's gonna be like, okay, time to put some stuff together. I'm gonna do this one, and then we'll start piecing some of the other pattern pieces together. Wait, I guess I could be gathering while I'm doing this. Okay. I'm gonna I'll switch. The whole thing with the gathering on my serger is I have to switch out the foot. Like there's a different foot that I use, and I have to change the differential feed, which is not a big deal, but it just takes a little bit. So I'm just gonna do this one, and then I'm going to do another one, but then I'll show you how the gathering thing goes. Actually, I might do that later, just because when I'm going to combine, when I'm going to start like putting pieces together, I'm I'm gonna need this foot, and I don't really want to have to go back and forth, so I'm gonna stay with this for now. And then later on, if you stick around long enough, I'll show you how the gathering thing goes. What? Boys? Alright. Okay, I've got a pile of the pieces that I've just done and then a pile to do. What we're going to do is we're just going to go ahead and we're going to start putting some things together. Alright, so like I showed you earlier, we got piles. We got piles of the different sizes. And again, I don't really plan stuff when it comes to these. I just kind of go with whatever. So I'm going to pull out this piece out of this stack. This is my tier 3. And then I'm going to pull out a piece out of this stack. I'm going to look at the 2 that I've already done and try to get pieces that are not the same. I've got them hanging over here like behind the camera, so if you see me looking weird at the camera, it's not because of y'all. It's because I'm looking at the pieces I've done. Just wanted to make that clear. All right, there's tier 3. Let's get a tier 1. Let's just go ahead and do this. We'll do this. I think I got auto modded on YouTube. Just make sure the boys don't. Oh, did you? Oh, nothing popped up for me. That's weird. Huh. Okay. Okay, so I'm gonna do this one as my bottom tier, that one as my third. Let's pick one out of the second tier. We'll just go with, let's see, that second tier and that one. Let's just go with, we'll go with this cactus print. Even though it's upside down, I think the skirt's going to be full enough to where nobody's going to know. Only y'all will know just because I said it to you. But anybody else looking at it would never know anything about upside down cacti. Alright, and then for the top tier, we'll just go ahead and do this green. Why not? Alright. Okay, so like I was telling y'all earlier, we want this to be feminine. Alright, now I'm not used to all this like feminine energy, so it is an adjustment. But what I think I'm going to do on this one, and I may actually do this one a little bit differently. So the ruffles that I've had to where there's like a raw edge, I've been trying to put them inside of a seam, but with this lace already having a finished edge, I think what I can just do is come back after the fact and just add this on top. So I think that's what I'm going to do for this particular one. Looking crazy is not my, it's not. It's not. Yeah, me looking crazy at the camera is not your fault. No, because it's gonna happen. It's gonna happen. Now, how many frills are too many frills? We have a frill limit. It might be though. Well, you know, it might be. It might be. Okay, what we're gonna attempt to do is I'm gonna attempt to do. I don't think this is gonna work how I want it. Well, how I want it to. I was going to attempt to do some. No. To do some ruffles over here without the foot. Alright, what we're going to try to do is I'm going to go ahead and cut this down to 2 inches. You like that? You know, most of what I'm doing over here is just eyeballing stuff, so eyeballing it. Okay, so between this one and this one. Oh no, did I cut this weird? Oh no, look what I did, y'all. Look what I did. So my pattern piece, I must have had this stacked with something else, but I have this little end right here. This little bit that's like cut off. I didn't even notice that. You know what I do to fix that? We're just going to cut it. We're just going to cut it off. Just cut it right off. No harm, no foul. See? Whoop. All right. Now, let's see if I can get this to do, now that I've got it cut short. All right, so what I want it to do is I want to have to have a little bit of gathering. We're just going to do like some. I thought that I could do it and have that other piece attach at the same time, but it looked like it was going to be too much. So we're going to just do it like this and then add the other piece and then flip it. And maybe it won't look stupid. There's a possibility it will. But I'm literally just doing like some little, I guess they'd be called pin tucks. I don't know what stuff's called. So if you've been here for any amount of time, you know that I'm just winging it half the time. Okay. All right, I've got this attached like this. All right, we see that? Yeah. Okay, so now I'm going to go and I'm going to put, that's going to be tier 3 on here. And I'm doing these right sides together. I'm going to be going right over that same seam. We're going to use some clips. Keep everything together. This is why I was saying that I wanted to do this seam like at the same time, so I didn't have to go back over it a second time. But it's okay. I'm going to go ahead and cut this off here. I wish my brain let me wing it. I always need the instructions to feel safe. Winging is a special skill. Oh, is it really? Oh. Oh, really? I did not realize that. I mean, I do understand it, though. Yeah, I guess I didn't realize that it's one of it's, I guess I just didn't realize that that would be like a special skill. I guess in my brain, I was like, everybody's capable of just winging it, but no, completely understand what you're saying. Okay. Okay, yay. Okay, yay. Yay. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. No, I work with this person that has issues with anxiety, like big issues. And yeah, if there's something, like she's kind of the same way. She's got to have things a certain way. It's got to be this, this, this. And yeah, so yeah, I feel you. Yay! All right. Okay, cool, cool, cool. And so what I'll do when I get to my sewing machine is I'll just do a top stitch just to help that lay down. I could also press it. I have my iron on. I mean, it's not on, it's plugged in. But, y'all that have been around here for a while know I have limited space when it comes to like this. Like I have my cutting mat. I have my machine on my cutting mat. I could probably build like a pressing station, but then it would like get in the way of my tripod anyway, blah, blah, blah. It's neither here nor there. But yeah, that is cute. All right, let's go ahead and add the other tiers to it. Yay! Look at that! Yay! I don't know what that was. I don't know why I was like, oh! Yay! This is why I do these like this, and this is why I wing it, because when it turns out better than expected, I'm like, yay! Yay! I think you need to have confidence in your work, unlike me. Oh, now I know that your work is fantastic. I'm sure that it is. I'm sure that it is. Yeah, the whole confidence thing, I would probably say, has been something that has been built over time for sure. It definitely wasn't there in the beginning. Where did this fly come from? Are you kidding me? Why are you plaguing me? Knowing damn well that I got people watching me and you gonna fly in my area. Stupid. Okay, well, a fly has found its way into the house. Stupid. But yeah, no, I'm sure that your stuff is great, Elizabeth. I've been working on winging in small ways. Crochet, yes, good job. Sorry, my typing skills are rusty. You're doing a great. Oh, hey, thank you. I appreciate it. No, you're good. You are all good. I'm just, I don't know. It's been a while since I've done something like this, like a long-term project. Let me show y'all the last time that I did something like this. Let me grab the skirt. It's actually right over here. So the last time that I had like a long-term project was when I made this skirt right here. And this is kind of like the, I guess the predecessor of the one that I'm doing. And so it has similar vibes, but I did a different type of pattern with it. So this skirt, hold on. Let me make this big. Okay. So this skirt was the first time that I made this pattern. And obviously I made it, it was in smaller sections, and I had to do a lot more of these when I did it this way. But this was, yeah, this was a pattern, same pattern I'm doing now, just smaller scale, smaller pieces. But you can see it took me quite a while to do it, but it wasn't as long as I thought that it would be. Like, I thought that this was going to take me like months on end to do, but it really didn't. Cutting out all the pieces was the longest part, as it is with any sewing project. Cutting out all of the pieces. And then the sewing part was easy. But yeah, I added a little ruffle just on the bottom here. But yeah, everything was done with my serger again. So yeah, once I made this one, I was like, man, this is so fun. That's where this one came into play. So and what's fun about these is, like, I know that this is not something like, okay, other people that may not know, like, I'm trying to do this little side hustle thing, trying to hustle my sewing stuff on the side. Stuff like this is not something I mean, you know, it's not really something that I could probably sell. I mean, I could, but I'd have to, this would be for a very specific person. Like, I would need to find the specific person that could rock something like this and understands the value and all of that, you know, all of that good jazz. So for now, it lives with me and I can enjoy it. And same with this one that I'm making now. That one's going to be one that I can enjoy for a while, and then maybe one day it could find a home or something like that. But again, I'm not going to make it with the intent of selling it. So you can sell, you know, whimsy is in. Whimsy is definitely in. Like, I've seen a lot of like Instagram posts and a lot of, like, actually I've seen quite a few YouTube videos that were just talking about, like, being more, like, is having more whimsy and being more whimsical. Of course, there's like this engineered kind of whimsy where it's like it's an excuse for overconsumption in a way. And I've seen that happen as well, to where people are like, okay, well, I want to have some whimsy. Well, that means I'm going to go and I'm going to buy all of this stuff so I can surround myself with stuff that, like, moons and stars and mushrooms and things like that. And I mean, I get that version of it, but I'm talking about, like, I don't know, making stuff with your hands, like making stuff with your hands and just, it's just different. It's just a different type of whimsy in my brain. Maybe that's an unpopular opinion. I don't know, but that's just the way that I see it. So, but yeah, whimsy is definitely a thing. Okay, I always have to make sure that I make the screen small again. You know, I have to get my Stream Deck back out. I have a Stream Deck that I could just press a button and change things. Yeah, I should probably pull that out of the drawer. I haven't used that thing in years. Anyway, take it, you making the names, enjoy it. Yes, yes, yes. Period. Period. That's what I'm talking about. Okay, yay! Yay! All right, there is one section here. And like I said, what I'm gonna do with this lace is I'm gonna come back and I'm gonna just sew this right there on top. And that'll lay that seam down and it will attach this. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go ahead and cut a piece. Let's give it a little bit of edge right here. And we're going to pin that into place and kind of just cut that. Yeah, that'll be just nice. And then we'll cut it just a little bit long, just a tad. Now, in projects like this too, long-term projects that are going to take me quite a while, they help me slow down, because for a while I have really felt very rushed with some of the projects that I've been doing, and I don't like that. I don't like that rushed feeling, mainly because I have to have that feeling at work, and I cannot stand having that feeling at home too. My role at work is it's always all over the place. I've got people constantly asking me this and asking me that. And I want to just be able to, when I'm doing something like this, just be able to slow it down. Slow it down. So something like this helps me slow it down. All right, so this is what we're going to have. Well, that is too dang cute. Okay. Yay. Yay. I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to set this over here. I'm just going to set this off to the side. Yay. All right, now let's go ahead and do another one. All right, tier 1, let's do this piece. Yeah, we haven't done this. Let's do this piece for tier 1. And tier 2, we'll go ahead and get this one. Yeah. Yeah. And tier 3. You know what? Tier 3, we're gonna go lace on this one. Yeah, we're gonna go lace on that one. Oh, that was actually the bottom tier. Okay, my bad. I knew something looked a little weird. Okay, yeah, that's the bottom tier. So we're gonna keep that one lace. And on the third one, let's do... let's do this blue stripe. Yeah. Yeah, let's do that. Let's do that. Okay, so this one, what I'm thinking about doing is my little flowers that I showed y'all earlier, my little scrappy flowers. I think I'm going to introduce one of those onto this piece. You know, something like that. Yeah, I like that. Hold on. Okay. All right, yeah, I think this is gonna be fine, just like this. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna go ahead and pin this into place. And we will attach the other ones Okay. So if I have this one here and this one, and then I've got my blue, and then the lace, yep, perfect. All right. And no, I'm not sewing the tiers in like at the same or in order. Again, that's another thing. I'm just like, eh. Yeah. Yeah, he's a dancer now. He's a dancer in the game. Sewing the tears for your enemies, yeah. Wait, hold the phone now. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I was going to say 11, not 14. So. Yeah, making sure you read that right. Yeah, he's not on 14. He's rocking it old school. Let's see. Does this lace? Okay. All right. I am going to have to put a little hem on that. What did I do with my... I'll go ahead and just get some of these in my little cup. Set those there. I was baited. How were you baited when he clearly said FFFFXI? How's that a bait? I'm 20 years behind. Oh, yep. I didn't read it. I skipped it. Okay. Fair enough. Fair enough. All right. So this is this tier. We got tier 1, tier 2 with that little rosette. Got tier 3 and then the lace one. Okay. All right. Now what I could do is I could take one of these. Yeah, one of these ones that I did before. Oh, look at that. Gotta make grocery. All right, I should be around. What time is it? 7:00. Yeah, I should be around for a while. So enjoy your grocery run. Any tier 3 twin? Yeah. Yeah. Right. Yeah. Jabation. Jabated. Yeah. All right, so since I did go ahead and finish that edge, I'm going to go ahead and do this. This is going to help me when I start like ruffling it. To kind of get things even. I'm not going to be too particular. I'm just going to eyeball the center. We'll go there. And then we'll put some little pins in there. Yeah. just to hold these things in place. And then we'll do some stuff on the sewing machine soon. But while I got the serger out, you know, nothing wrong with utilizing that. Okay. All right, so let's put that over here. Okay, time to hydrate. All right, let's go ahead and just make that big while I talk to y'all over here. Yep. Hey. I have my water here. We are out of sodas in the house, so I am restricted to water. And I'm not saying that in a bad way. So we don't like, okay, so the little sodas that we have, that we keep, are like the little 7.5 ounce ones, little tiny ones. Every time, like, since I'm so used to those, every time like we have a thing at work and they buy sodas, they get like a normal like 12 ounce pack or whatever. And the 12 ounce, it feels like this in my hand. It feels so big because you're just so used to drinking the little minis. But yeah, we ran out of them today. So got water. No Friday water. If you know, you know. But yeah, just plain water. This cup. Y'all see this cup? So this was like a branded cup that I had gotten somewhere. And I was like, you know what? I don't want all that branding on it. So I'm just going to cover it up with this random label. I know it looks weird, but it works, you know? It covers it up. So I don't have to look at the branding. Not that anything was wrong with it. I just, you know. Anywho, nice hydration. Back at it. Ain't no rest for the wicked, right? Yep. All right. Back to it. All right. Let me adjust my chair. Oh, not that direction. There we go. Okay. I'm gonna fall out of my chair and y'all gonna really get some comedy after that. No, I'm not really gonna fall out, but that would be hilarious. But yeah, I went in the wrong direction. Trying to adjust it. All right, let's go ahead and do a couple more ruffles. You know, these that I cut into thirds earlier, like literally the more I look at them, the more I'm like, man. Oh, you know what I could do? I could do the thing where you ruffle it in the middle and then do the edges. Oh, I forgot about that. Oh, yeah. I'm gonna do that. Okay. All right, so let's get on ruffle time. And so on this one, like I was saying, what I'm going to do on this piece is I'm going to do the serge edge on both, and then whenever I ruffle it, it's going to gather in the middle like this. So it's just going to look different. It's going to look kind of like that. So, yeah, I forgot about that being an option. So, Uh, right. See? Exactly. Just fall right over. See? Yeah, you know, that is what you would look like if you knock over your blowtorch while you're crafting. You're just literally on fire. So, yeah, I was about to be knocked over for real in my chair. All right, let's go and do this side. Let's see that. All right, I did that one small one, and then yeah, okay. You know what? Since I've already done a green one, let's do a different one. Let's do this. Let's do this. Yeah. Yeah, there we go. Here we go. All right, I'm gonna do this, and then I'm gonna come back and do the other side of that other ruffle. Also, good evening to you, Dante. I hope that you're not on fire. Please don't be on fire because I don't know what I can do if you've knocked over your blowtorch. But good evening to you either way. So hopefully you're not on fire and typing. I like that. Mostly fireproof. Well, good. Good to hear. Good to hear. Mostly fireproof. Everything is hot. Yeah, well, you know. True. True. Everything is hot. Yes. Yes, that's a good thing to remember for sure. So. Okay. All right. Okay. So we've got this nice long strip here that is finished on both sides. I'm gonna get these threads out. So I think this was like I guess it was a sheet or something. I don't think that I did the seam ripping on this. I think that it was like this when I got it. Because I do not remember doing any seam ripping. Especially not on length like this. But anyway, I get these threads out and clean that up. And then it'll be ready to be one big old ruffle. Dear sir, madam, you can regret to inform you that I might be on fire. Yes, right. Right. Apologies for the inconvenience. Kind regards. Or I think one of my favorites has always been warm regards. Warm regards or many thanks. Those are always the ones that are like, okay. How condescending can we be through email? Yeah. I apologize for the inconvenience. Sorry for your loss. Even though that's not what you're supposed to say. But yeah, be like, sorry for your loss. Apologize for the inconvenience. Kind thanks. all of the closings on the emails. That's exactly right. All right, now we got this ruffle. This one looks nice. With it being on the bias, it's yeah, got a nice little angle to it. So I like that. All right, we're going to put that one there. We're going to put the little small green one. Oh. Okay, this one. All right, how do we want to do this one? You know, another option that I thought about too was I could take a piece and I could add a piece of lace to it. Yeah, I could do that. Yes, period. Period. Exactly. You got to know the email speak. You got to know how to talk to them to where you can tell them some stuff through email, but yeah, you can't get fired. Yeah, I love that. I love that for you. Love that. I think what I'll do with this one is I'll do one side like this. Yeah, I really do like those TikToks that I'll see sometimes, and people will be sending, emails, and it'll be something to where they've already told everybody on the chain what needs to be said, and then somebody's got to say something stupid, and then they got to be like, per my last email. Let me tell y'all, I done used that many times in my careers over the years, is be like, per my last email, because I told all y'all already. Don't come at me with this kind of crap. Yeah, so no, I completely know what you mean. Okay, I'm gonna stop. Oh, I did not mean to turn that off. I meant to turn off the oscillation. There we go. There you go. Yeah, just blow like this. There we go. Hopefully that won't get too crazy. I had to move the fan. Strategic placement of fans is like our specialty now. Then they hit you with the opener. Opener. I hope this email finds you on fire. Right. Yes. I hope this email finds you burning alive in game. Right. Yeah, they're gonna hit you with that opener. Oh boy. I tell you though, corporate speak is something else. It's none other. For people that have never been in the corporate world and they don't know how those things can go, it is not for the weak. Let me tell you that. Corporate jobs are not for the weak. And yeah, especially when you gotta lay into them in an email. When you know that you've and I'm always been one of the ones, I will keep every email. Every email, I keep the receipts. You know that I'm gonna have to come back at you because you done forgot something or you missed a deadline, and I'll be like, again, per my last email, I sent you this. Or I hope this email finds you being munched on by cockroaches. Right? Oh, wow. Yeah, like, yeah, basically any kind of variation of any of that. Right. It's like, okay, well. But there was a meme that was going around for a while, and it was something to be like, yeah, I hope this email finds you well. And then the response would be like, how this email finds me, and it'll be somebody like you said, munched by cockroaches, or they're underwater with a cinder block or something. Like just something just out of this world that's like, no, your email did not find me well, so shut up. But yeah, definitely also yes. That is wild. And don't even get me started on the training that you have to do in those corporate places. The last job that I worked that was in like a mega ultra big place, you got to do the training. And like, I didn't even work there that long. I mean, I worked there, it was almost a year. But I can't tell you how many training modules that we had to do. And then sometimes we had to do updated ones because maybe something happened. Like not something that happened at our location, but just something that happened in general. So we would have to do the same training module again, but it's been revised to include some sort of other thing that happened. And I'm just like, didn't I just read this and do this training like a month ago, and now I'm having to do it again because somebody like had a typo in it or something happened? I'm like, okay, well, that's not my fault. Can we not do that? Please, thank you. So yeah, no, it's rough. It's rough in them streets. So, it is rough in those corporate streets. All right, we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna put another one together. We're gonna have this as our tier 1. This is what we're gonna go with for tier 1. This little checkered pattern. Again, I'm sure there's a technical term for it. I don't care to know what it is. Let's see. Let's go with this one. Let's go with this stripe. Ooh, let's go with this stripe. Ooh. Ooh. Oh, so let me show y'all while I see it. So what's fun about these projects and when I'm doing upcycling is I love it when I can incorporate a pocket from the original item and I don't have to like do something else. So like this shirt right here. Oh, let me get it where you can see. This shirt, and you can barely see it because they really matched up the pattern, but this is the original shirt from this, the original pocket from the shirt that I was able to utilize in the pattern. So that's always the chef's kiss for me. Oh, the training that you can blast through and then yes. Yes. Absolutely. Yes, Dante. Thank you. I'm glad that you feel me on this because it is. You can answer it and it'll be a multiple choice and it'll be like, okay, your coworker shoved you in the face. What should your response be? You know, call HR or talk to your team leader, call HR, you know, punch Deborah in the face or all of the above or something like that. And you'll be like, okay, all of the above, and that'll be wrong. And then you can go back a bunch of times until you get it at 100%. Yeah, like, come on. Can we are we really learning anything? Or is this just busy work? Because to me, it sounds and feels like busy work. But whatever. Whatever. You know. I have to do it. I have to take time out of my day, which I mean is fine because the job that I was at, I had to be on my feet the entire time. The entire time I was there, I was on my feet. Go, go, go. And plus, since I was good at what I was doing and I had good times and stuff, of course, they wanted me on the floor at all times. But anyway, that's neither here nor there. But yeah, you know, it's like, okay, let me just try to get the answer right. No, you're wrong. It's like I'm taking the damn SATs again. Like, no. My boss is in the HR. Yeah, what? Right. Yeah, you know, and that, exactly. And that's the kind of situations that, you know, things are in now. It's like, yeah, be like, I'm my own boss. I am the HR department. I am like half of the departments in the business. Yeah, that's, yeah. Hey, what's up, Ginger? Hold on, let me get done with this and I'll tell you what we're working on. Yeah, exactly. You can have staff meetings at the pub when you're your own boss and your HR and, you know, yeah, that's how that works. Best for any kind of meeting. Yeah, right. Yes. Yes. What's up, Ginger? How's it going? Yes. So what I'm working on is let me see if I can show you. This is going to be, actually, let me go to this camera. It's easier. I'm working on a skirt and I'm making it feminine and, as I said earlier, girly pop. So I'm piecing together pieces for that. I've got all my patterns, all my pieces cut out. That took me quite a while. So now I am rolling with the punches and just putting them together and making frilly bits and all that good stuff. So yeah, that's what I got going on. Yes, how are you tonight? How are you today, tonight, this evening? I believe you're in the same time zone as me, so. But yeah, that's what I got going on. If y'all see me talking to myself, remember I'm self-employed. I'm having a staff meeting, and why I'm not allowed to punch clients in the face. Yeah, like, yeah. That's not good for the clients, Dante, to be punching them in the face. Okay? Oh boy. But yeah, no, some do I mean, they do though. You're not wrong about that. You're not wrong that sometimes people, I mean, even if you are self-employed, you're your own boss. But like, but Dante, tell me, do you have a punchable face? Are you gonna punch yourself in the face? I don't, I don't condone that, but hey, I guess you do you. All right. This one, since it's already got a ruffle on it, I'm not going to be doing anything fancy to it. This is why I'm thankful to be disabled sometimes. What? Not wrong about those. Ginger. I swear. Thank you, Elizabeth. I appreciate that. Thank you. I'm having a good time with it. Like I said, I have all these like different colors that really just kind of work together. You know, these pinks and these greens and these blues, and just kind of like a pastel princess type of thing. So yeah, I'm enjoying it. But thank you very much for the kind words. Very nice. Okay, so I told y'all about the flowers that I made. I've already utilized one of them. So this is the other one that I have. Just a little scrappy fabric thing that I did some quilting on earlier. And I'm going to put these on some. I'm going to be making some more in a minute. But another thing that I also thought about was, since I have this little skinny piece of lace, I thought about making like a little rosette out of this, and I'll give you an example of how you do that. I've got a bag of them somewhere. Oh. Okay, so yeah, I've done some of these before. I mean, being the pansexual, non-binary being something. Yeah, right. Right. So these are the ones that I've done before. And the reason I'm not using them on this is because some of them are too big. But you basically just make like a little, looks like a little circular thing. It kind of looks like a scrunchie, but there's not any, it's not, there's no elastic in it or anything. But you just make like a little like rosette thing. Like this is another one that I made. And I think I hand sewed this one. Yeah. So I'm just going to be making like a smaller version of this. I've also got like some, well, these doilies have a little bit of damage on them. But, little doilies and stuff can also be used as well. This is like one of my little bags of like lacy bits that I can dig into and try to get inspiration. Here's another little one that I made. Oh, got some strings in here. This is a piece of a shirt that I've been using little pieces off of. So, I could take one of these little rosettes or this little trim. Yeah, I can cut it off of there. So I have a lot of little just things that I can be like, oh, I'm making this fancy. I'm making it fancy. This is another piece of a shirt. You know, I could make like a little patch and just put it on something. So this is why I have this available, so I can cut. But yeah, this little piece of lace, I think I'm gonna make a little rosette. A little rosette. Let's see. Oh, I'm missing some chat. I'm sorry, y'all. I got to talking. Girls, been a weekend. Kiddo had state for basketball. Been up to 6 a.m. An hour and a half to sit and watch baseball all day long. But I'm also an ex-rugby player, so bigger than most. Okay. Okay. They do look like scrunchies, don't they? Look, I'm over here trying to scroll my other chat, even though that's the chat that's through my OBS, so I can't scroll it. Yeah, okay. But yeah, they do look like scrunchies. Yeah, no, well, see, that's what it does. Oh. All right, so what do we do with this? We're just gonna kind of, so the idea is that you go and you can just kind of like do this kind of motion here. Of course, the technical way that you're supposed to do it is you're gonna run a stitch down the edge of this, and then you're gonna gather it and then kind of turn it like that. But I really don't feel like doing all that, so I'm gonna see if I can get away with just like twirling it around like this. It's not really looking how I want it to look, but yeah, okay. All right. I'll come back to that idea. I'll come back to that. Let's see. Do I want to do this here? I don't know. I kind of like that on there. I like that on there. So we're gonna roll with it. Okay. I'm cheating. I'm not cheating. I'll come back to it. I promise. I will. Okay. I have to take a little bio break and get some more hydration. So I'm gonna go get some more water, and I'm gonna empty some water, and I'll be right back.
don't really wanna lose this. Been lying to myself, girl, you know that I've been through this. Waves of crashing, scars and bruises. I don't think that I can do this. I don't think that I can do this. When these waves come crashing down, yeah, my feet won't reach the ground. Yeah, the waves come crashing down. When these waves come crashing down, and my feet won't reach the ground. Yeah, these waves come crashing down. When these waves come crashing. I still remember how it used to be. It was only you and me, on the phone at every opportunity. I used to know your number fluently. Now you see my face, you're thinking, who is he? You want the truth, it's deep. Cause now I'm losing sleep, I'm laying in this bed alone. I'm never running back to you, it's better if it's left alone. I feel the waves are crashing down, I tilt my head and flow. I think it's best to let it go. Come crashing down, yeah, my feet won't reach the ground. Yeah, the waves come crashing down. When these waves come crashing down, and my feet won't reach the ground. Yeah, these waves come crashing down.
I'm not a saint, you mad? Your sugar-coated doll is not so pure, my bad. I don't give a. You stepping on me and they got my mama touch you better than that. You're mad, I guess you're mad. Wore my best pajama for this drama. Why you talking like that, like that, like that? I'm not gonna spend the night, I'm talking. You got bad things on your mind. Keep barking. Spit you
Hello. Yes. Hello. I'm back. I'm back with full hydration.
ain't coming back. I'm sorry. Read my lips, you do not like that. You're drowning without me. Take it all back, but
Thank you very much. Thank you.
well, come as a bitch, get ready for this.
All right. Let me get my headset back on. Get back strapped in. Strapped in, strapped up. All right, there we go. All right. Onward. Okay. So, where I left y'all off, I was putting this here. Oh. Hold on. Okay. All right. Okay. Get out of here. Out of here. Okay. All right. So now I think that I want to, and that's the kind of thing for me whenever I'm doing a long-term project is it's got different components, so I can switch things up a little bit. I can do flowers, or I could do the ruffles, or I could piece things together, or yada yada yada. So I think what I want to do now is I do want to take some of these scraps and kind of go through and make some flowers. So let me do a tiny bit of rearranging, get these little fuzzies This is what happens when you use a serger. You get these little fuzzies underneath your machine. It's just part of it. Alright, let's bring y'all in a little bit. And bring it down. Yeah. Yeah, there we go. Okay. All right, so this is actually another one of the like more fun parts of this, is because I can just play around. So the approximate size of those ones that I did before are probably about this big. Oh yeah, that's that lace. Make sure I don't stab myself with the pins on that. Okay. All right, but yeah, so what I can do is I can just play around with colors and textures and things like that. And that's, I don't know, that really excites me. That's so exciting, y'all. So yeah, this fabric right here, when I got this, it was only like tiny little pieces of it. Like I think it was actually part of the person's, like, not like I got it out of the trash, but like it was about to be trash because they didn't mess with scraps that were bigger than a certain size. And I was like, whoa, 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 I want that. Let me have that. So I only had like partial pieces of flower and partial pieces of leaves, but I think we can still make some things happen. So if we start out with like a base layer that's about this size, then we just kind of build it up. I like to do 3 or 4, but there's not like really a standard or anything. So like if I wanted to make a flower and I wanted this to be the base, you can see that this is like the front part of a shirt. Here it's still got the button attached. The way that I kind of start out with it is I'll just take it, cut it into 4s. And what I'll kind of do is just kind of not anything fancy. I'll just do like a rough kind of flower shape like this. And see, this one's kind of big, and I don't want it to be symmetric like this. Like I want it to be way more organic. So what I'm gonna do is I'll fold it in half, and then, you know, I'll take some of this and I'll do some shapes like that, you know. And I mean, that still kind of gives it some symmetry, but then I can also just come through and just kind of do, you know, something like that. Like, and it doesn't have to be circular. It can be any shape that you want. So I just kind of trim it down to what I want it to be. Something organic. So something like that. I really kind of like how that looks like that. So technically what I could do is I could do this with all 4 of the pieces that I wanted to layer and then kind of trim them down to size. But sometimes I don't have pieces that are big enough to do that. Like for instance, this is a piece that was folded. So what I'll do is I'll just cut off this previous sewing. Cut that off. You know, and like this, for instance, I could use this for the base for another one, or I could use it on a layer on this. I kind of like this yellow as a base. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go ahead and do that same method that I did for this one. And it's going to be just a tad smaller. So I'm just folding it into 4ths. And we're just going to do a little, just a little something or other. No rhyme or reason. Just like that. And now I could also do this with my rotary cutter if I wanted to. Should I press this? Yes, I should. Am I going to? No. No. I'm just going to give it a little bit of shape. Kind of like this. You know, randomly. There we go. That's the base for another one. You know, technically I could layer it on this if I wanted to, but yeah. Because that's how I roll. And that's how I like to do things. So then I can come to this little piece of trash here. You know, it's got a little smooth, so I'm going to give it a little bit of, you know, just kind of cut around it. You know, something like that, just going around it. And so I can use this as the centerpiece for this flower. Now for me, what I would probably do is I would do a contrasting color on the inside for the middle layer. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to get a piece of this. I'm going to fold it into quarters like I did before. Fold this one into quarters. Okay, it's a little more awkward because it's at a... Okay. All right, we're just going to do it kind of like this then. And this. And this kind of gives me an idea of how much smaller that I can cut this. So I'm going to cut it right around here. Right around here. And then start my little organic shape like that. So we're just going to go around kind of like this, you know, something like that. That actually is not bad. I'm going to round this corner a little bit. Kind of like that. And what I could do is like, I could also do something to where I go around with like pinking shears and make it kind of like, you know, a zigzaggy edge like this. With my pinking shears, I could do that. You know, that would just give it more texture. There's lots of different things you can do, and those are the fun projects for me. I really, really love doing things where there's no rules. So see how that worked out? I've got that layer. And now I've got this. What I'm going to do is I'm going to give it a little bit kind of like that. All right, and now this is ready to be stitched down. Now if I was feeling fancy, I could add a layer of lace to it. I could add petals, all sorts of little different things. But I actually kind of like the way that looks. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a couple pins in it. Oh, I got one of these. Oh, look at that. Can y'all see that? Probably not. So these came from a dear friend of mine, somebody that I met here on Twitch long time ago. KP made me some pins. Like she actually like blew the glass and like attached it to the metal and like made these pins. And I still have, some of them have broken, but I have most of them, and I just randomly picked this up. Aw, I hope KP's doing well. But look, these are the ones that I have left that she made me. Handmade, hand blown, like hand done. Aren't those badass? I think they're cool. But yeah, there was like a set of like 7, and over time I've used them too much. But yeah, these were really cool. Yeah, I hope KP is doing well. Welcome back, Ginger. Welcome back. Yeah, no, isn't that neat? Isn't that neat? You know KP. K-Pill Dreams. They used to be around way back in the day when I streamed. Yeah, she made me those. I was just talking about her. And we're making little flowers as well. So, heck yeah, back in our day. Yeah, back in our day. That just goes to show how long we've been hanging out, huh? We're like Twitch old heads, you know? Like, yeah, we are. We are a little bit old when it comes to, you know, the Twitch world. But hey, you know, we're still hanging out together. You clearly are still showing up. So, hey, it's all good. Man, I keep making these like oval instead of circular. I mean, I guess that's fine, but I'm trying to go for a circular shape, not an oval. It's all good though. Back in the day when we both pester you while you stream, Ginger. Yeah, I know. I'm still here. Like I gotta say, listen though. So me and Stankflat talk about this quite often, and we talk about how different it was. Because I mean, you know, I started streaming way before like old COVID times. Like I was streaming way before that, and you know, then all that hit and lockdown hit and blah blah blah. Um, and of course we were all connected by streaming, but it's just a different type of vibe now. It's just not the same as it used to be, and I don't think it ever will be, which is fine. I mean, we can still all reminisce about it, but it was just, we had some good times. Like, we had some good times back then, and I do definitely think fondly of, you know, there's some times where it's just like, ugh, some of the interactions, but there's a lot of it that's just like, wow, it'll never be the same. Yeah. Yeah, I think that's what it is that it's just not as much of a community as it used to be. I mean, and I don't really know, I can't pinpoint why or what happened, but it's definitely different. I do think about that occasionally. I think about like, what about it is really different, but I mean, I don't know. It just is. It just is. But yeah, it's definitely not as much of a community. And I know half of it has to do with like, I mean, I'm just not streaming like I used to. I mean, I do want to kind of get back into it. But I don't know. I think another thing that kind of hit home was me and Stankflat were going through and we were looking at the last time that some of the people that used to stream, like the last time that they went live. And like, there's so many of them that are like, oh, it's been 6 years since they went live or 4 years since they gone live. And it's just like, wow, that's such a long time ago. I'll go and win our ways, new streamers. Yeah, that's another thing too, is that they just, I mean, it's crazy to see how intuitive that these kids, like babies, toddlers, to see how intuitive they are with like a smartphone or with some sort of device. I mean, like, you can put it in their hands and they just immediately know. And I mean, like, babies. Yeah, gone live twice and like, yeah, you were one of them. You were one of them that it was just like, wow. Like, I know she's around, but she hasn't gone live in that long. I feel like you've gone live on TikTok sooner than that. You know, like last year or something. Whenever y'all were fishing or y'all were by some water, I remember you went live and then you were on TikTok, but that's been a while ago too. Maybe it's been 2 years. I don't know. You tell me. But yeah, see, I can just cut around. Oh, I guess it would probably help if I did it the right way. But yeah, so anyway. Jesus Christ. The freaking fly. Y'all, there's never flies in here. There's never flies in this freaking house. How are you going to land on my hand? Stupid. Stupid. Anyway. That's what pisses me off. It's like the one time that I start streaming is one tries to find its way in the house. Ugh. Yeah. They're almost like they almost annoy me as much as mosquitoes. That's why I can't go outside. It's because of the damn mosquitoes. I get eaten alive. Eaten alive. Like literally eaten alive. You were showing us lizards and is jealous of your snack drawer. Yeah, that was so long. Yeah, I went to TikTok for a while, still tried to. But yeah, exactly. Yeah, the snack drawer. Yeah, you had all those snacks in that drawer. We have a snack basket, but wow. That is hilarious. Yeah. Yeah, that's pretty funny. Okay. Yeah. No, that's really the snack armoire. That's pretty good. And I know that thing stays fully stocked too. Cause I mean, when you had the snack drawer, you kept that thing fully stocked. Fully stocked. So is this? Oh yeah. Right. Right. Wow. That is so wild. But yeah, no, but I'm really glad that you came to stop by. I mean, you know, and that you're still, oh, that one looks weird. You know what? I'm going to keep it. I keep making them all the same size. I need to make some smaller. Make some smaller. Make some smaller. Okay, this one has to be smaller. Yeah, no, it's always nice to see familiar faces, like when you're doing something and you're like, okay, you know, you're comfortable with these people and you're just like, okay, yeah. So it's always good when you come and hang out. Come and stop by. We got two types of gummy bears, of course. Yeah, like I said, I know that thing stays stocked too. I know it does. Oh yeah, look at that. Yeah, I like the contrast there. I guess I need to make one a little bit bigger. Yeah, it's always nice to hang out. Okay. Yeah, you can see that I really enjoy this part of the process. Making these. Okay. Yeah, this is actually an upcycle of an upcycle. Yeah, here, let me try to use my rotary cutter. Maybe I can. Oh. I go in for the first curve and it's like, haha, you think you're gonna curve with me? Okay, yeah, see, that's a fail. I need to change that blade. That's always a struggle. Change your rotary blade. I even have a sharpener. I think I've sharpened this one too many times. I think it's probably time for me to throw it away. That's a good household drawer. Back from the store. Welcome back. Welcome back. Did you get us some snacks, Tesby? Did you get us some snacks at the store? Because we need snacks. We're talking about it, and Ginger's trying to be all stingy with hers, so we need some snacks. Yeah, what'd you get us? Did you get some popsicles? Because we need popsicles. Yeah, there we go. Here's one. All right. Oh, and what I could do is I could take a piece of that. Oh. Here, I can take one of these. I can take one of these. And I could add it in the middle. Yes. 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 Look at that. Let me put these in here so then you can see. All right. Ignore the yellow dots from the pins. Oh, yeah. Hell yeah. I love that. All right. I'm just going to remember that. I'm going to put this over here. I'm going to remember to do that on this one. I got you nothing. I'm the snack. Oh, sassy. Sassy pants over here. Okay. She said, I'm the snack. Damn. Okay. Well, all right. I'm sorry that I ever said anything. I am the snack. What the nipple applique? That's not meant to be a nipple applique. That is a bead. That is a bead. See? It's like a rhinestone. It's not a nipple. What? I see what I see. Oh my gosh. See, all right, y'all acting crazy now. That means it's about to be time to go. Soon. I'm not going yet. I'm not going yet. So don't be trying to leave. Don't be trying to leave. I'm not going yet, so don't go anywhere. Man, I cannot get it to not look crazy when I'm doing a smaller one. Okay, that one's not too bad. That one's not too bad. Don't let her fool you. She did make the coat hanger. I didn't make that. Hey, listen here. That was not me. Okay, you can look at your boy Stank Flap, okay? That was not me that did that, all right? I didn't make no damn coat hanger. And you know, that thing still exists somewhere. But I didn't make that. So I'm not taking the blame on that one. No, ma'am. No, ma'am. Listen, all right, YouTube. I'll tell y'all the story because y'all don't know this story. So Stank Flat was into 3D printing. I mean, he still kind of is, but he was like into it hard. No pun intended. So he made this coat hanger from this file, you know, 3D print. This is 3D printed thing. 3D printed coat rack peg is what the file name said on Thingiverse. Okay, Thingiverse is where you can download files for 3D printing. Coat rack peg is what it said. I'm not gonna get it because I don't know how YouTube is with certain things, but I'm not going to show y'all it. But let me just tell y'all, It didn't look like any coat rack peg I've ever seen in my life. And again, I didn't make it. He did. So, but yeah, like I said, I'm not going to show y'all because I don't want this to get taken down on YouTube because I need the YouTube watch hours. But just know that it was weird. It was weird. So, and it was not what I was expecting. So, but anyway, what it said was what. Right. So anyway. And see, I mean, honestly, I could leave it kind of symmetrical. It wouldn't be a huge thing, but yeah. Okay. All right, cool. Cool. All right, well, there's our little flowers that we have. And I've got some other pieces cut out for some other ones. Yay. 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 Yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, 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 yeah. Okay, well, yeah, I'm gonna go now. That was a few minutes ago when I said I wasn't gonna go, but I'm gonna go now because it's, you know, it's getting close to 8:30. It is a school night, work night, whatever, however you want to call it, and I've been streaming for 2.5 hours. Yeah, y'all done got a half hour more from me than I thought. So, anywho. But yeah, I'm gonna go, but I do plan on streaming again this week because, I mean, honestly, it was just like turn on the camera and just stream whatever I'm already doing. So, you know, it's not really a big deal. I got everything already here. It's just a matter of gathering all up and making sure that everything's got battery power. Like, let's see. Yeah. You can kind of see that. But my little microphone pack has full battery, so I won't have to replace those next time. But yeah, I'm gonna go. Thank y'all, everybody, for coming to my stream and hanging out with me on this Sunday evening. Like I said, it's kind of a random pop-up, but that's probably how I'm gonna do it until I establish an actual stream schedule. But anyway, I hope that y'all have a great week. And yeah, I'll see you next time.